Hello, children. I hope you're all doing well today. Are you ready for another exciting story? Today's story is called The Unkind Boy Who Learned Humility. It is a story about strength, about kindness, and about discovering what truly makes someone great. Let's begin. In a small town surrounded by green hills, there lived a very big boy named Marcus. Marcus was the tallest and the strongest boy in his school. His shoulders were wide, his voice was loud, and when he walked down the hallway, other children quickly moved aside, not because they admired him, but because they were afraid of him. Marcus believed something very deeply. He believed that being big made him better, better than the smaller children, better than the quieter ones, better than anyone who could not run as fast or lift as much. If someone ran slower than him, he laughed. If someone dropped their books, he shook his head and said, "Be more careful." If someone answered a question wrong in class, he whispered loudly enough for others to hear. Marcus liked feeling powerful, but the other children felt small. On Monday morning, a new student arrived. His name was Daniel. Daniel was smaller than most children in the class. He wore large glasses. He carried books that looked almost too heavy for him. He walked quietly. He spoke softly. Marcus noticed him immediately. "Well," Marcus said loudly during recess, "did the wind blow you here?" A few children laughed nervously. Daniel looked at Marcus. He didn't argue. He didn't shout. He simply bent down and picked up a ball Marcus had kicked too far. "You're too small to play real games anyway," Marcus added. Daniel smiled gently and walked away. That confused Marcus. He expected anger. He expected tears. He did not expect calm. A week later, Sports Day arrived. The field was decorated with flags. Parents filled the seats. Excitement buzzed in the air. Marcus felt proud already. This was his day. He won the sprint race easily. He threw the ball farther than anyone else. He pulled harder than the older students in tug-of-war. After each victory, he shouted, "Did you see that? Nobody can beat me." Some children clapped. Others stayed quiet. Then came the final event, the Team Obstacle Challenge. Each team had to cross a muddy field, climb a tall rope wall, crawl under nets, and solve a puzzle together at the end. Together. Marcus was chosen as team captain. Daniel was placed on his team. Marcus sighed loudly. "Great," he muttered. "We're going to lose." The whistle blew. Marcus charged forward. He didn't check on his teammates. He didn't slow down. He splashed through the mud, determined to win alone. He reached the rope wall first. He climbed quickly. Halfway up, his foot slipped, his hands lost grip, and, with a heavy splash, Marcus fell straight into the mud. The crowd gasped. Pain shot through his ankle. He tried to stand. He couldn't. For the first time in a long time, Marcus felt small, very small. The other teams ran past him. He looked around. Then he saw Daniel kneeling beside him. "Don't move," Daniel said calmly. "You might hurt it more." Daniel called a teacher. He helped Marcus sit up carefully. He brushed mud off Marcus's shirt. Marcus stared at him. "Why are you helping me?" he asked quietly. Daniel shrugged. "Because we're on the same team." There was no anger in his voice, no sarcasm, just kindness. Marcus sat on the sidelines as his team continued. This time, Daniel took the lead, but he did not rush. He encouraged the slower students. "You're doing great," he said. "Take your time." He helped one child balance across the muddy boards. He waited for everyone before moving on. When they reached the final puzzle, Daniel studied it quietly. Within moments, he solved it. They did not finish first, but they finished together. And when they crossed the line, the crowd cheered, not for speed, but for teamwork. Daniel walked back to Marcus. "We couldn't have done it without you starting us off strong," he said kindly. Marcus felt something unfamiliar. It wasn't pride, it wasn't anger, it was understanding. Daniel was smaller, Daniel was quieter, but Daniel was stronger in a way Marcus had never been. Daniel was humble. The next morning at school, something had changed. When a student dropped her books, Marcus bent down and helped her pick them up. When someone ran slower during PE, Marcus said, "You're improving. Keep going." At lunch, Daniel sat alone. Marcus walked over slowly. "Can I sit here?" he asked. Daniel smiled. "Of course." And for the first time, Marcus didn't feel powerful. He felt peaceful. He realized something important. Being big does not make you great. Being strong does not make you better. True strength is lifting others up. True greatness comes from humility. And from that day on, Marcus was still the tallest boy in school, but now he was also the kindest. Children, what can we learn from this story? We learn that being strong is good, but being kind is greater. We learn that true strength is not about showing off, it is about helping others. Humility means remembering that everyone matters, and kindness is what makes us truly big inside. Let's choose humility. Let's choose kindness.